Hello everyone, this is part 3 of the Morph Transition in PowerPoint. We'll be having another examples of slides with the Morph Transition on it. So let's start. This is our first slide. We will zoom out. So as you can see, there are images and text out of the slide. So what we're going to do first is to align these images. Let's go to Format and then click on this Align Objects. Align middle, then click again and click on distribute horizontally. Same with the text. So click this, go to format again, then align objects, align middle, then distribute horizontally. So the next step is to duplicate this. So let's duplicate. The next thing that we need to do is to click on the first picture, the picture of the president, then enlarge it. Can enlarge. Okay, and then this one, the text, let's put it somewhere here. And then let's go to insert picture. Let me insert a picture of a hand. Okay, let me place it somewhere here. And then we'll go to transitions and then click on morph. Now we can duplicate this one. So click on the slide, the second slide, and Control D. Now on this slide, we will resize this. And put it outside of the slide. First, okay. This one here. Okay. So let's move the images, the rest of the images. Okay. Let's see, let's preview. That's the president. On the next slide, that's the vice president. Next, Control D. Similarly, we will resize this. Okay. Just move the images out of the slide. Then move the secretary to the left and make it bigger. Okay. Treasurer, and then auditor. So again, check if it's already morphed, but since we just duplicated the slide, so the transition is carried over to the next slide. Let's preview that. Okay. So let's again duplicate. Similarly, we will resize this. Let's move it here. This one, this, this one. Move it a little further. President is this. Now, this treasurer. Here, that one. Auditor will be moved there. So again, let's go to transitions, preview. Okay. And for the last slide, duplicate again, resize, let's just put it there, treasurer on there. We'll move the auditor, this one, to the left and enlarge it. Okay. And this one, move it down here, adjust the hand. Let's go to transitions and preview. Now for the last step, this slide here, this is already pre-arranged. So I will just move it up here after slide number 6 and go to the morph transition. You can adjust the time if you like. Let me just select that. Okay, and adjust it to 1.5, say for example. So from the top, let's go to the slideshow. This one is the president, then the vice president, secretary, and treasurer. Then you have the auditor. If you still have other officers in class elected, like the PIO or peace officers, muse, and escort, you can also, include them here. So this is one of the things that you can do in your class orientation. This would be our last example for morph transition. So for teachers, say for example, you're having this lesson about the endocrine system and you will be showing the students the different endocrine glands. So you can do this using the morph transition in your slide presentation. So first thing that we need to do is to insert. We already have a blank slide here, but I already input the title, the endocrine glands. So we will insert a shape, say the circle here. So press down the shift key so that we can get a perfect circle. And then we will just duplicate this again and make it a little smaller. Okay. So we'll just change the color of this, say to this one. Let's make that darker. Okay, then we'll just adjust this at the side. You can align it at the center. Then go to Shape Outline. Let's click on No Outline. So we're ready to insert our picture in this inner circle here. So right click, we go to Format Shape. And then on this fill, click on Picture or Texture Fill. So we have already this one. This one is the adrenal gland. So we'll just crop this a little, go to Format, that we can bring the whole picture to the center. Okay. So now let's go to Insert again, Shapes, Circle, We'll put a circle here, somewhere here, and then you can change the color. So I want it yellow, and then no outline. And then let's insert again a text box. Let's type the adrenal gland. Control A and then Control B, and then you can increase the size. So that one. Next is we go to this slide here, slide 1, and then press Control D to duplicate the slide, and then we'll change this one and the name. So let's click on the picture and then go to Fill, Picture, Insert, get it from your file, computer file. Now we need to remove first the background of this picture. So you go to Format and then click Remove Background. So this portion here around the pancreas will be removed. So if you're okay with this, click Keep Changes, and you can resize this to make it just a little bigger. Now this one, we'll just move it somewhere here, and we can change the color of this small circle. Say for example, you want it red, and then this name also, going to move it and change the name into pancreas. So now we can go to transitions and click on morph. So that's how it will look like. So Control D again to duplicate the second slide. So similarly, we're going to change the image. Go to Format Picture, Fill, make sure the picture or texture fill is chosen. So go to Insert, browse from your file, say Pituitary, Insert. So similarly, we will go to Format and remove background. Mark areas to keep. Just keep this portion here and down here at the bottom. And then keep areas to keep. Okay. Move it down here. You can change the fill. Say for example, this one. Same with the name. We will change it to Pituitary. Okay. So it's already in Morph Transition because we just duplicated the second slide. So next, Control D again. Insert the image. So click on the image, go to Format Picture. On the fill, you click on Picture or Texture Fill and go to Insert. And then you can now choose your file. So again, remove background. So if you're okay with this, keep changes. You can just make this a little bigger if you want. We'll change this, the position down here, and then change shape fill. Let us say this one, green. This one will be changed to the thyroid gland. So slides 2, 3, and 4 are now in the morph transition. Let's try to preview this. So the first one is the adrenal gland. The second is the pancreas. The third is the pituitary gland. And the last one is the thyroid gland. Let's just make one more change here. So we're gonna go to transitions, and under effect options, you can click on the words. Okay. So as you notice, the word "the" and "gland" is actually like in a morph transition too, not just the image. You can also change, by the way, the transition duration or the time. So once again, from the top, let's see this in the slideshow presentation. So the endocrine glands will start off with the adrenal gland. Second is the pancreas. Third is the pituitary gland. And the last one is the thyroid gland. So you can actually do this on your class. If you want to add more of the endocrine glands, because there's more, you can do so. So this is one way to engage your students in your lesson. So it will make the whole lesson discussion more interesting for them.